How do you use target share to replace injured fantasy players? Imagine you're managing a fantasy football team and suddenly one of your key players gets hurt. The question is, how do you find someone who can step in and fill those big shoes? That's where understanding target share comes into play. Target share is the percentage of a team's total pass attempts that go to a specific player. It shows how involved that player is in the team's passing game, no matter if the passes are caught or not. Knowing this helps you spot who might inherit the injured player's targets. First, find out what the injured player's typical target share was before they got hurt. For example, if a wide receiver usually gets 25% of the team's passing attempts, you know the replacement needs to absorb roughly that much volume. Next, look for players on the same team whose target share has gone up recently, or who are getting more targets in practice or preseason reports. When a main pass catcher is out, other players often see their target share increase. It could be another wide receiver, a tight end, or even a running back involved in the passing game. Then, consider the team's overall passing volume. If the team throws a lot, a player with a high target share is more likely to get enough opportunities to score points. But if the team runs more than passes, even a high target share might not translate into many targets. So, check how often the team passes in recent games. Players with consistent or rising target shares are safer bets because they tend to get steady opportunities. For example, a wide receiver who usually gets over 20% of targets is more reliable than someone with sporadic numbers. Also, analyze the roles of other players. Sometimes, the injured player's targets are split among several players. Look for players whose roles are expanding or who have shown they can handle more targets. This helps you identify the best candidate to inherit the workload. Finally, use target share to estimate how many points a replacement might score. Since targets are directly linked to receptions, yards, and touchdowns, a player inheriting a large share of targets is more likely to produce solid fantasy stats. So, by focusing on players with high or increasing target shares, you can pick the best replacement to keep your team competitive. Remember, the key is to find someone who is likely to get a significant portion of the injured player's targets, helping you stay ahead in the game.